Hey, it's 5:03 a.m. Let me see if I have any API keys on the screen real quick. I do not. Okay, let's go. It's 5:03 a.m. The code works. Thank the Lord. I think coding is 99%, 100% actually just prayer. The code works. And it's the RAG system for the allocations document. Um, so many stuff like in this um after a while it wasn't working. I was so confused because I thought it was like the way I was chunking the document. I was like, what's going on there? So I tried different chunking sets. Like I was doing like 100 and then overlap of 50, right? Because when like imagine having a document, you cut for every 100 words you cut, or for every 100 characters or whatever, 100 words and characters, wherever it is. And then just so you can have like some semblance of like stuff makes sense. You don't want to get like a cuff in between sense. You have like overlap. So I did overlap of 50, that didn't work. So I increased it to like 500. I did like an overlap of 100. Still wasn't working. By the way, I was showing the context, right? And in the context, the words were stuck together. I don't know, I didn't take it as a clue. I saw it was like the AL was being weird and goofy and whatever. But it turns out that was the issue, was that the PDF reader I was using just wasn't working properly. So I switched to another PDF module or whatever, and that actually processed the document properly, and now the AI was able to work better. So thank the Lord. Um, yeah, very very excited. After that, I wanted to get it up online just for other people besides myself to try it. So I had to use Ingrok. I had to, first before that, I had to get Docker because there was an issue with the QGen data. I think that's the vector when you take the data and you turn into vectors, right? Just so it's easier to like find out the semantic similarity between like the question and like the context, so like the documents or the chunks, right? The chunks of data. So I did that, and then there was an issue with like the QGen, like I think it was being stored locally, which I don't understand because I didn't store it locally, and it was being stored locally for some reason. And the issue there was, I think there was two stuff going on at the same time, where like the debugger was trying to access it, like the main program was trying to access it. And the thing was that the QGen folder, like the local folder, was locked because like after one, if the debugger accesses it and locks and says, hey, no one should like enter the room as I'm in the room with the QGen data. But if like the main one does it, then the same thing happens, but like debugger can't enter for some reason. So then that was causing an issue because essentially they were trying to enter a locked door. So what I decided, I said, nah, I didn't even want it to be local. So I used Docker, and now it's all on Docker. I don't know how Docker works. I know it has a cool logo, and I saw a video thumbnail. Like that's an interesting video. So it's a cool, thank the Lord. Just thank the Lord that it works, but use Docker. Um, and then from there I wanted it to be hosted online. And I was trying to do some stuff for like hosting it. I think I'm way too many commands on the terminal that I do not want to know, but I guess I'm just gonna have to learn them. And really cool thing that always bugged me out. If you want to go to like inside your folder directly in the terminal, you can just go to the folder explorer, right, and just like go to the explorer tab, like where it has like the file path, and just like highlight everything and type in CMD and press enter, and just go straight to it. I never knew that because I hated the whole thing of like, you have to press this, and keep on going until you get to the right folder directly. I just didn't like that, and I was just like, that's so much easier. Um, but besides the point, so after a while, I tried to host it and that wasn't working. And I saw this thing called Ingrok and set up the Ingrok thing, and now it's accessible on my phone to other people's devices, and that's where I am now. So in the morning, I'm gonna see if I want to iterate on it more or share it to my the core chair, campus operations and innovation, or like share to the SGB team. But I think before I want to do that, I want to have some way to collect data reasonably. So what I'm thinking of is adding like a log feature to log the interactions between the members of board or the core chair and the AI to see like, okay, so I can actually investigate and say, okay, what's going on, what stuff doesn't pick on. So like one thing I noticed is like if I say hey, it doesn't, it like it feels forced to have an answer. So maybe I'll make it more interactive in a sense. But I think this is really really cool. I think this is a nice 1.0 version that was completed at 5:09 a.m. I don't even know where I'm wasting all my days. This is very very peculiar. But when I said 5:09 a.m., that was exactly 5 minutes and 9 seconds. I really don't want to edit this video because that was just perfect in my opinion. Um, but yeah, okay. So let me lock in. Um, I think I'm gonna make it more conversational. I think it's really, really cool as it is now, but I do definitely want it to be more conversational. And I think what I even like about this is besides just having something for SGB, for the allocations and helping clubs get more money and all that, if I just have a new rag system, right? Because like I can change the document and then boom, I have a rag system for another set of documents I want. So if it's maybe it's a new club, maybe it's a new organization, maybe it's a code base or like a code documentation, wherever you have it. Like I have racks that I can run locally. I can share to other people just like that. Um, Obviously, I don't think Ingrok is gonna be the final version for sharing. I think I have to host it online because Ingrok I'm using like the free version, and each time it changes like the link, they have to change the index. I have to change the front end thing, like where it's requesting the back end API request or wherever. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm probably gonna put on some TV, and yeah. Besides that, though, thanks Lord, thanks Lord, honestly. But besides that, though, I have nothing else to say. So have a great day.